Climate change isn't just about rising temperatures. It's about the ripple effects those changes have on Earth systems. In this video, we'll explore how climate change is reshaping the hydrosphere, biomes, food production, and people's lives around the world.
You'll find everything covered in my curated notes, now available for purchase in the link below. Let's start with the hydrosphere, which refers to all the water on Earth, from rivers and glaciers to oceans and ice sheets, constantly cycling through the system. But this cycle is changing as our climate changes. Rivers are drying up and glaciers are melting. There's also less snow. Take the Himalayas. Their snowfall feeds rivers that sustain over 1.5 billion people. Yet snowfall there has hit a 23-year low, making flows downstream far less reliable. The Ganges and other major Asian rivers depend on this source, meaning millions are directly affected. Then there's sea level rise, driven by two forces: melting glaciers and the expansion of warmer water. The result? Coastal flooding. In the UK alone, the Environment Agency reports that 2.6 million properties are at risk from river and sea flooding in 2024. Climate change doesn't just mean more water at sea level. It also leads to far more water in the atmosphere. Warmer air can hold about 7% more moisture for every degree of warming. So when it rains harder. That's why many regions are experiencing both longer dry spells and more intense rainfall, a dangerous combination for floods. Meanwhile, warmer air also dries out soil. Heavier rain and drier soil, a dangerous combination that increases the risk of flash floods, soil erosion, and crop failure. Melting sea ice exposes dark oceans, which absorbs more heat, which speeds up melt. Meanwhile, animals like polar bears hunt seals on the ice. With less ice, they hunt less, eat less, and reproduce less. You can say that Arctic food chains are collapsing. There have also been questions about how climate change disrupts transport routes. During the 2025 European heatwave, water levels on the Rhine dropped so low that vessels were forced to sail at 50% capacity. In contrast, Arctic sea ice is declining, making some frozen ports accessible for longer and opening up new shipping routes. But there's something less visible happening beneath the surface. The ocean's carbon pump, a natural process where tiny plankton soak up carbon dioxide from the air and, when they die, carry the carbon with it deep into the ocean, storing the gas for long periods. Warmer waters hold less carbon dioxide, so plankton absorb less. This means oceans are shifting from once being carbon sponges to now carbon sources, making climate change worse. Oceans absorb 1/4 of human carbon emissions. Higher carbon levels will turn water more acidic, dissolving shells, killing corals, and harming fish. Biomes are large natural ecosystems like rainforests, tundra, or deserts. Each exists in a climate zone it's adapted to. But as the climate changes, nature follows. Some biomes are shrinking, some are shifting, and some may vanish entirely. Alpine forests need to climb higher to survive. Mangroves are vanished with rising seas. If the speed of change is too fast for species to adapt or migrate, some ecosystems could collapse. Canada's Boreal forest is under pressure. Hotter, drier summers have doubled wildfire activity since the 1970s. At the same time, bark beetles, that were once killed off by freezing winters, are now surviving and spreading fast, destroying over 42 million acres of pine forest. Dead trees don't absorb carbon. Instead, they rot or burn, releasing it. So forests that used to store carbon now emit it. Farming zones are also shifting. In hotter regions, yields of maize and wheat are falling. By 2050, much of the Midwest, which is America's breadbasket, may become too hot and dry to reliably grow key crops like wheat and corn. This region supports millions of farming jobs and feeds a large part of the country. The changing climate threatens both livelihoods and food security on a massive scale. If you're more of a visual learner, head over to my site, easyrevising.com, where I break down topics into clear, exam-ready content. My secret sauce? I've studied 20 years worth of past papers to structure everything the way IB actually asks questions, so you can study smarter, not harder.